Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. At this opportunity, I am Kinanti Nadia Kifaya will present the result of my analysis with the title Discussion Analysis Representation of Women Struggle in Purpose of Education in the March film Mimpi Ananda Meraih Asa. Abstract. This film is a sad story about the family of a character named Tupon, or Kinaryosih. Tupon is the wife of a man, Teuk Rihnu Wicana, who works as a stone hauler and the mother of his daughter Sekar Palpi. Tupon as a stone hauler and the mother of his daughter Sekar Palpi. Tupon and her husband fought for Sekar welfare. The couple struggle to keep their only child in school, tells the story of a mother named Tupon who struggled to raise her daughter Sekar Palpi within boundaries so that her child can achieve success and dreams. This heartwarming story of a mother and daughter is full of tears and loss, but obstacles after obstacles don't stop them from moving forward. Giving up on the situation and giving up in the last resort, against the backdrop of the hardship of living in Gunung Kidul, a village known to have one of the highest suicide rates in Indonesia. The two decided to write a different story with a happy ending. Despite being illiterate, the mother always instilled the importance of education in her children. Doctor, since he was little, he wanted his daughter's fate to be different and to be bright the star shining in the night, beating the light of the other star around him. Mother called latitude intelligent star, which turned out to be the planet Mars. Introduction. Women and education are two phrases that are full of struggle values. The social culture in society still places women as the second class. This means that women are still below men in social position in society. This condition also applies to the accessibility of education. Many women have to be willing to suppress the hope of getting an education because they have to giving in to their brother. The cycles of patriarchy have made women that deserve subject to succumb to formal education. Men are considered more worthy and deserve to be fought for formal education. Even families are willing to make material sacrifices to support a boy education. On the other hand, if a girl asks to go to school, her enthusiasm is often extinguished to the financial constraints, eventually transformed into a manifestation of a gender inequality. Many women in the past didn't get a proper formal education because they were socialized with the ideal female figure who was able to cook, take care of themselves, dress up, and take care of children. Formal education is not included in the criteria uh, for what the ideal woman must learn and master. The social construction continue for some time so that women believe that formal education was not their main need. The prison of R.A. Kartini became the starting point for change for women. See Try manifestation of gender injustice for women. R.A. Kartini strives to seek formal education for women so that they can master basic education such as reading, writing, and arithmetic. This effort has success in inspiring many women in Indonesia to realize that proper education is not only for men. Finally, many women are trying and struggling to get a proper formal education. The depiction of women's struggle in obtaining proper formal education is also shown in the film Mars Mimpi Ananda Meraih Asa. The film tells the story of two female characters named Tupon and Sekar Palpi. Tupon is described as a woman who is attached to the identity of a Javanese woman, namely wearing a kebaya, using jari clothes, speaking smooth language, brown skin, and long black hair. Tupon's life is described as a wife and mother from a very simple family. It can be seen from his house, which is only made of deity, roof tile that leak when it rains, and very minimal furniture. Although Tupon's life is a very simple and close to material limitation, he has a dream to provide a proper formal education for his daughter, Sekar Palpi. Sekar Palpi is described as a girl who lives in a rural area in Gunung Kidul. Daily life is closely related to village children activities, such as riding goats and often playing with their friend. Sekar's stature as a child is similar to that of Tupon, a Japanese woman with tan skin and long black hair, who doesn't talk much. Sekar is the only child of Tupon and her husband. When he was still in elementary school, Sekar had to give up the loss of his father, who died in a work accident. That even of the death of his father brought change in Sekar to be more serious and active in taking formal education. And then result and discussion. Gender equality in education. National policy related to education in Law number 20 of 203 concerning the national education system state that educational opportunity in every education do not differentiate gender, religion, ethnicity, race, social position, level of economic ability, and continue to respect the specificity of the education unit. Lindawati and Sintawati 2021. Throughout this education, they realized the existence of equality and justice without discriminating whether the person is male or female. One of them is women's right to education. Gender be interpreted as differing roles, function, status, responsibility between men and women, men and women in the form of social and cultural outcomes that are built through the process of socialization from generation to generation. Biological gender is God's creation, is natural, cannot change, cannot be exchanged, and applies through to age. Lutfiana, 2021. Obtaining opportunity. Gender equality has the meaning of realizing equality of condition for women and men in obtaining opportunity and their right as human beings so that they can play a role and take part in political, economic, social, cultural, educational, defense, and security development in enjoying the result of this development. The Indonesia state is still attached to a patriarchal culture, basically looking at men as superior and women can only accept the situation as male companion. So women are always subordinate, marginalized, marginalized, and seconded. Stigma in society is still attached to the patriarchal cultural trope that women are only the kitchen, whilst mothers alone cannot escape from taking care of children and taking care of their husband. So there is no need to take education to a high level, which will also lead to these three views. Picture 1. Mrs. Tupon is swinging on Tal's bicycle who looks tired. In picture number 1, a woman named Tupon is seen wearing a kebaya with a finger. Tupon is riding an ontel bicycle in the daytime while wiping the sweat from his face. He rides a bicycle along the rich field where many farming communities were keeping heads. The denotative meaning of the scene is to pun with the typical apparition of Japanese woman riding an ontel bicycle on a hot day. He cycled through the rice field while occasionally wiping the sweat off his forehead. The connotative meaning of figure 1 can be seen from the several scenes displayed in the scene. The figure of Tupon is shown wearing a traditional kebaya complete with jari cloth, with, which can be interpreted as a identity confirmation that the figure is a Japanese woman. The Japanese female figure is identical with the female self-concept, who is subtle, polite, maintains harmony, upholds family, has high loyalty, and has a great attitude of sacrifice. The character of the Japanese woman can be seen very clearly in the figure 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 of Tupon in picture number 1, where she is struggling as hard as she can to ride an ontel bicycle to get her child to get a proper formal education. Tupon didn't feel burdened when he had to pedal uh, an ontel bicycle, even though he was wearing a kebaya with jari cloth. The picture confirmed that Tupon has a Japanese woman's self-concept, but the scenes also struggle uh, but the skin also contains a scene of self-concept resistance. This actually shows the value of Tupon's struggle because even though she lived as a Japanese woman who is known for her gentle demeanor, but in order to get a good school for her child, she tries to be agile and even shows her fingernails being exposed several times because she has to pedal bike quickly. Okay, picture number 1. Picture number 2. In picture number 2, the meaning of denotation. Tupon and Sekar are standing in front of the door of a simple house, generally a village community, with wooden walls and still on the ground. Sekar is waiting for Tupon, his mother, who wants to find a writing instrument in the form of a pencil for Sekar to do his work. Upon arriving at Tupon's house, he got the pencil and that Sekar needed. Tupon looked resigned in the rain outside his humble home. Because the cultural village community there is still very thick for women's clothes, they still wear kebaya. With Tupon clothes with soaking wet, Tupon immediately gave his pencil to Sekar so that Sekar could quickly complete the task with a cheerful face. Connotative meaning. Ibu Tupon's expression radiated a sense of happiness through her smile. In this picture, Tupon's mother is happy that Sekar can complete his schoolwork. In the picture number 1, Sekar looks sad because Tupon's mother didn't come home because it has raining hard outside the house. Tupon comes with a pencil and Sekar immediately approached his mother as if he was worried about Tupon being raining on. Sekar felt very happy because the pencil he needed was finally obtained by Tupon. Tupon struggled to find a pencil for his daughter Sekar at many trials, depicting the struggle of Tupon's mother who would to find Sekar's school supplies in the form of a pencil to do school assessment for the sake of Sekar's goodness to become a successful child. He is willing to take whatever situation he faced in terms of education. Tupon struggles so that he can carry out all his activities on his own without the need for a man's assistance, in the sense that women can also be independent without men. Picture number 3. Sekar want to talk alone with his mother in front of the terrace of the house. In picture number 3, the meaning of denotative, a woman named Sekar is talking to her mother about something, saying how serious Sekar is talking to his mother. It shows that Sekar wants to make his mother happy to continue his education to achieve his goals and refuse the offer of the person he wants to betrothed to by giving clear reasons for his desire to his mother. Tupon and Sekar's mother support Sekar's desire to go to college and university because Tupon always provide full support for his only child. He continued to explore his knowledge, especially in education. Connotative meaning: Sekar's word, a form of expressing his intention and desire. This form of speech and include in the application. Usually, the form of request is seriously discussed directly with the person he is talking to and while pleading on his knees. In Japanese society, parenting pattern indicate that there are differences between men and women. Boys are educated to earn a living and are given the opportunity to create high ideals so that their orientation is outside the home. Boys are given freedom from household assessment. In contrast to girls from an early age, they are prepared to be mother and wife who are devoted to their husband. Anissa at 2021. However, unlike the parenting style for Tupan mother that he gave to Sekar, it was different from the parenting style for Javanese society in general. He still priority education for Sekar because education is also necessary for women to provide broad knowledge to their children in the future and become intelligent mother. The attachment of children to their mother is closely related to the development of the child. Picture number 4. Mother Tupon and Sekar hugging each other. In picture number 4, the meaning of the notation. There are two people hugging. Sekar, who is hugging his mother with bending his knees and a kind of sad respect for his mother without bare feet in front of a very simple house look standing almost not sturdy anymore, made of wood and position titles that look worn black. That meaning of connotation, the symbol of hugging someone is interpreted as a form of affection between the two of them. Hugging creates a feeling of pleasure and happiness. Tupon and Sekar live in fairly simple conditions in terms of the shape of the house that doesn't seem sturdy anymore to be a place to live. Unaccompanied uh, accompanied by her husband. Tupon and Sekar become a strong woman without a male companion. The teaching in Japanese culture are cultural values that do not support the position of woman equality in life. Dewa Mangu, Selomita 1 until 2. Japanese women are taught to marry, serve their husband, take care of children and the household along with other poly teaching in the picture. In the picture, Sakar refused to marry and priorities continuing continue his education. This inequality for women to get freedom is limited so that women are only fixed on domestic activity. In the March film, Tupon supports Sekar, his only child, to continue choosing to go to over the matchmaking by not following the Japanese culture properly, which make thinking not progress. Picture number 5. Sekar is standing off the pulpit surrounded by many strangers. In picture number 5, the meaning of the notation. A girl wearing a white headscarf neatly dressed in a toga and graduation attire named Sekar Palpi is standing in front of the mic stand and surrounded by many foreigners wearing the same graduation attire and uniform. The girl from this village became the best graduate at her university campus abroad, standing Sekar on this mic stand in front of other graduates and lecturers. Sekar wanted to deliver his welcome and message with a big smile on his face. The graduate and lecturer as well as others gave their appreciation to Sekar by clapping their hands. Meaning connotation, the special appreciation appearance on the picture in the interpret that the graduation ceremony is being carried out. Clothing that equipped with a toga that had it, clothing that is usually as a symbol of graduation education. In the picture, Sekar's embodiment of a beautiful and handsome girl from a village which access to the city is very far doesn't discourage Sekar from realizing one of his dreams of going to school and college. Sekar even became the best graduate in a university campus in that person's country. The encouragement and prayer that continued to flow from Tupon's mother also brought Sekar to the point of success in achieving his dream. Culture is based on a patriarchal culture in the interpret biological comprehension and become an benchmark from appropriates in behavior which ultimately lead to retention on right access, participant control, and enjoying the benefit of resource and information. But women also need to get the right to higher education. And then conclusion. Women who are gentle and caring so that women are always the target of discrimination, marginalization, and subordinate by men who think that women are weak. Unlike men, patriarchal culture is become more and more attached. Education is the spirit for women in achieving women's right to appreciation and also justice through the feminist movement. The struggle for women to get an education that is released. The success of student learning in determined by what strategies the teacher has used so that student can master and be interested in the subject matter. The integration of learning media provide an important role in the continuity of study learning. Okay, that's my presentation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.